Hello everyone, welcome back to another abandoned cemetery video. Today we're going to visit Paso de las Garzas Cemetery, located in Ormy, Texas. Now, Ormy, Texas is just a few minutes away from the south side of San Antonio, Texas, and the road I'm currently driving on is Somerset Road. Now, back in the 1850s, this area was known as Garzas Crossing, and before I show you the video footage of this abandoned cemetery, let me give you a bit of a backstory of Garzas Crossing. Now, the information I'm going to be sharing with you comes from the history and records of the Santísima Trinidad Church at Paso de las Garzas, present-day Ormy, Texas, compiled and edited by Art Martinez de Vara and Marina de Valos Saldana. Garzas Crossing, also known at times as Garzas and Paso de las Garzas, is at the intersection of Old Somerset Road and the Medina River in southwest Bexar County. The town was named for Miguel de la Garza, a rancher and ferryman active in the area in the 1850s. Garzas Crossing was first used by the Alarcón expedition on April 21, 1718, after which it became the location of the Medina River crossing on the Lower Laredo Road. During the Battle of the Medina in 1813, Garzas Crossing was one of the 5 known river crossings used by either Republican or Royalist forces. The first settler of the area was Blas Maria Herrera. In 1828, Herrera married Maria Antonia Ruiz, the daughter of Colonel Jose Francisco Ruiz and granddaughter of Juan Manuel Ruiz. Shortly thereafter, Blas and Maria Antonia Herrera moved to Garzas Crossing and established the Ruiz Herrera Ranch. The community was called Medina or Rancho Blas Herrera in early records. In 1835, Garzas Crossing was one of several campsites utilized by the Mexican Army during its approach to San Antonio before the Battle of the Alamo. Many Garzas Crossing residents supported the Texas Revolution, and nearly all the area ranching families served in the Texan Army. In 1836, Senator Francisco Ruiz wrote his infamous Letter from Colombia to his son-in-law Blas Herrera at Garzas Crossing. Ruiz encouraged Herrera to continue his support of the Anglo-led uprising and wrote his infamous statement, "Texas shall remain forever free." The community built a Catholic church which was visited as early as 1842 by Bishop Jean Marie Odin of Galveston. In 1850, Miguel de la Garza established a ferry across the Medina River to service the newly established stagecoach line between San Antonio and Laredo and the supply trains of the newly arrived United States Army on the Comanche frontier. At this time, the area became known as Paso de las Garzas and Garzas Crossing. Santísima Trinidad Catholic Church was built at Garzas Crossing in 1866 to replace the 1842 church. The old church site became the Ruiz Herrera Cemetery, which is still in use and is the burial site of both Blas Maria Herrera and Francisco Antonio Ruiz, mayor of San Antonio between January and February 1836 during the Battle of the Alamo. And here is the front entrance of the Ruiz Herrera Cemetery that I might do a video on later on. In 1919, a hurricane destroyed the Santísima Trinidad Catholic Church and was rebuilt at Ormy in 1930. In 2008, Ormy incorporated it into a city which includes parts of old Garzas Crossing. The year is now 2021, and we're about to visit the former site of the second Santísima Trinidad Catholic Church. Now, on this site is where the Paso de las Garzas Cemetery is. Now, this cemetery is on private property, but thanks to an Instagram follower, she was able to get in contact with the property owner, and he was very kind to let us go on his property to visit this cemetery. So let's go check it out. After driving about a quarter mile from the entrance of the property on a gravel road, we had to get on foot to look for this cemetery. Okay, so currently we are on private property, searching for this long forgotten cemetery known as the Paso de las Garzas Cemetery. We're watching our step right now, making sure we don't step on any cactus. Alright, so we just made it to the cemetery here. When you walk in, you see this wrought iron fence that is around a grave here. I don't see any tombstone here, but there definitely is a grave somewhere here. Oh, there's a cross right here. No information on the cross. Here you see like a little concrete base right there where maybe a tombstone once stood. Here you see some more tombstones. Looks like it says Teodoro Reyes. Forgive my Spanish for I'm not really good at speaking Spanish. See, born November 9th, 1875 and died May 28th, 1917. We have a little statue here. Some crosses there. Plenty of crosses that have been knocked down, I guess, through weather and flooding through the years. Here you have a grave here. And just a wooden cross. Yeah, some, I guess, I don't know if that's just rocks or part of a tombstone. There, look there. Here we have more crosses here. Really weathered, you can't really see too much information. Now, according to Find a Grave, there is a total of 58 grave markers. However, there are more graves to be reported here that are unmarked or just lost. Apparently there was a flood sometime in the 40s that washed away some of the graves here. We are located by the Medina River, and that would be, the cause of that flood taking place. Here is a good grave marker here of Antonio de Leon, born November 9th, 1918 and died on July 5th, 1924. You could tell that this person was only 6 years old, or about to be 6, when he died. Here's another tombstone here. All you can make out is a cross, and everything else is pretty much gone. Here we have a concrete perimeter around the grave. And there's animal droppings here. So I'm being very careful not to step on them. There's no grave marker at all. You can see the land is very uneven. I'm pretty sure maybe possibly there were graves here that were washed away from a flood. Here we have some rusted old markers. Yeah, you can't make out anything at all. Now I'm going to leave a link in the description below of the Find a Grave website that has more detailed pictures of this cemetery and of the tombstones. I believe those pictures on that Find a Grave website were taken at an earlier date than today. Here we have, I believe, are some animal bones. It says, in memory of Ellen Menney. It says Menney. Born August 20th, 1852. I can't tell there. Here it looks like the ground caved in. Now, honestly, who knows how many unmarked graves are here right now and how many were washed away. Because over in that distance over there is, I believe, the Medina River. Just look at all this area here that is caved in due to flooding. Possibly there might have been some graves over here that were just washed away. So in this area, there are known to be hogs here, and the owner shoots them on sight. You see the carcass there, and it kind of smells. I don't know what I'm smelling right now. Now, in this following clip here, the owner believes that this might have been the former site of the Santissima Trinidad Catholic Church. You can see the concrete like foundation. You can see rebar right there. Yeah.
Yep, they didn't have that good of stuff back then.
And that concludes our tour of the Paso de las Garzas Cemetery. Again, I'd like to thank my Instagram follower, Letty, for taking the following photos and for setting this all up. And for the property owner, thank you for letting us step on your property to document this cemetery. Also, I'd like to thank my YouTube and Instagram followers for leaving supportive comments on my videos throughout this whole entire time that I've been on here. Your comments are much appreciated, and you are the reason why I keep making these videos. And if you're new and you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.